Dave, you're the strength and conditioning coach here and mine. Tell us how we could focus in on all those different heads, those bicep heads for arm wrestling using the power band and the fat grip.
Sure. Well, actually, like with a tricep, you're gonna hit the tricep from a couple different angles. I mean, if I'm basically pushing down if I'm pushing down, driving down, I'm still working the tricep. If I make an extension, I'm still working the tricep. If I push out this way, I'm still working the tricep. If I have a close grip, even coming overhead while I'm using a lot more shoulders now, I'm still driving with my tricep. So if I'm in an extension mode, okay, like this where I'm coming out at an angle, then I'm working more of that longer head of the tricep. If I'm over it, like we're going to be here in the this position where we're driving down, we're in that extension mode. We're working the long head of the tricep, but we're also hitting a lot of that medial head here because we're in so close. So I mean, to be honest, I mean you're working pretty much every part of the tricep. If you're not on the table and you're not training this way, one of the best things that you could do would be like an extension, a tricep extension, where your elbows really pressed in tight and probably about 3 or 4 inches off the body, and you come from straight out and you just drive that straight down.
Nice. So how would we do the power band fat grip, band training with the tricep then?
So what we want to do is we want to keep the elbow as close in as you can. Where you leverage yourself on the table is to basically turn to the side as much as possible, and you want to be able to lean into it a little bit so that you get to work the tricep where it's going to be the strongest. And then you're just going to close that space right there, just a little space to close.
Great. So rip me off 50 of those suckers, man.
Yeah, and the exercise that we're doing too, and where this would apply, like on the table too, when you're arm wrestling, is you don't want to just drive down, but you should drive down and actually push out just a little bit, okay? Because remember, like with arm wrestling, it's all about opening that gap, increasing that gap. So even though I'm pushing down against their force, they're trying to close it this way and pull up. I'm coming down to meet them, but where they may not be expecting is for me to be driving out, okay? Because it's really hard for them to pull in from that down position. So as I drive out, that'll really make it possible for me to be able to open that gap some more, and even require me to have to expend even less energy driving down.